what's up with the family? Where are you going in life? What are your plans? I often say if we don't plan our future, then our future would make plans for us. And that's almost a 100% guarantee that you won't like it. We won't like where we won't like the future that life gives us. We basically like giving time and life to things that and a just existing life has to offer. We won't like it. I remember when we first moved into this house a couple of years ago. The water, the sprinkler system didn't work, and my wife got tired of the grass looking brown, looking like the color of hay, because it wasn't getting any water. You know what I mean? Like saying we wasn't doing anything for the grass, so the grass was just there. Like, but once we had them to come out, well, when I started putting in the work order to get the sprinkler system fixed, it took a little bit. But in that process, I went and got one of them, like one of them old school sprinklers, where it's like, it's about 2 feet long, about 2 feet long, something like that, 2 to 3 feet long, and it has like multiple holes in it. So like when it folds out, like my fingers, that's what like the water that comes out. Like I would literally spend like over an hour watering like the front yard, side of the house, and the backyard, so it could get some water. And the help of God, some of those times it rained. That's when our grass started to become green, started to turn green. And that's when we actually started doing something, though. When we wasn't doing anything, like feeding it, giving it water, we did nothing. It was brown, dead, just there, just existing. But when we start doing something, so like that's what our lives look like. If we're not doing anything to change our lives, if we're not doing anything to grow in life, if we're not doing anything to make our lives, ourself, our families, our our situation better, it's not just going to happen. Like, we got to put in work. We have to do what's necessary for our lives to be green and full of life. Otherwise, we're just gonna continue to just exist. So again, I ask you, what are your plans in life? And No, it's going to take some work. You know what I mean? Like, we have like the dreams and visions and, goals and stuff like that. Like I said before, like we get going on that journey, on that path. Like, it's going to get to a point where it seems like nothing is happening, nothing is changing, but we're working at it every single day. Well, when I started watering the grass, it didn't go from brown to green immediately. I had to be consistent with it. You know what I mean? Like every week, I had to start doing this every week, and then you started to see the change little bit by little bit. It's gonna take a little bit, so don't get discouraged when it seems like nothing is happening, nothing is changing, nothing is getting better. I mean, it's a process, and a lot of us, like, our lives is so in such a far gone state. Like, it's gonna take some work. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Hold on, real quick. I'm finna put some air in my tire, real quick. Give me a second. But yeah, as I was saying though, for some of for some of our lives, it look like that hay-colored grass that's dead, and you know what I mean. Like, and look, check it out. As I said, you have to be consistent with it. Guess what? When winter comes, no matter how green your grass get, when winter comes, oh, it dies again. You know what I mean? Like the cold. Don't let it snow. Like, by the time spring come, or even before spring, like, that grass is like done for. You know what I mean? So guess what? We gotta start that process all over again. Like, it doesn't stop. Like, this dude, like this old cat, like, he gonna make me pull up on him real smooth, like, you know what I mean? I swear, this guy here, he have a house on the corner lot. His yard is the only one that stays green in the winter, like year round. My man, is his grass, his lawn is the only lawn that stays green year round. Like, my man, he put some he spent some time in this grass. Like, I mean, he had a sprinkler situation going on, but like you'll still see him out there with the water hose. You know what I mean? He walking his lawn, looking at it. You know what I mean? Like, he putting some TLC in his joint, and it shows year round. You know what I mean? Like, and he's super consistent. Like, with us, our grass die. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to do to. Man, check this out. I pulled up on my man one day. I'm like, man, like, he's an older guy. I'm like, man, like, your grass looks phenomenal. I'm like, man, how do you get your grass to look like this? My man, I'm trying to think if there was a time he had like a jug or a bucket or something in his hand, and he kind of like, you know, like tuck it. He tucked it, you know what I mean, like on the low, you know what I mean. That's what made me pull up and ask, because what he had in his hand, obviously, like, it's that work, you know what I mean. And he kind of like tuck it a little bit. He like he said you go to Walmart and get, you know, stuff for you for your grass. Like, super vague, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, it ain't that serious. Like, same people with, even some of y'all with the recipe situation. I ain't mad at you, like, this your secret joint, but I'm like, I just feel like it's not that serious. You know what I mean? That's just me though. Obviously to y'all it is, but that's how my man was on the grass situation. You know what I mean? So every time I pull up, every time taking Josiah to school in the morning or whatever, or on the weekend, we hit the corner, because we have to pass his house to get out of our neighborhood. Every time I see him, I'll be telling Josiah, I'm gonna have to roll up on my man one day. You know what I'm saying? Put up on him real smooth, like, you know what I mean? Drop out. Let me get what you got, my guy. Well, I don't say drop out. I don't go into all that. That's too much. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to put no thoughts in my man's head. You know what I mean? Even as a 7-year-old, I don't need you having those type of thoughts. You feel me? But I do be telling, like, man, he gonna make me roll up on him real smooth, like, you know what I mean? Because how his yard looks like year around, even in the winter. Like, I've never seen this ever before, and he the only one. You know what I mean? Like, so we're talking about consistency. We're talking about like changing our lives, like having a better and a brighter future, right? So we have to consciously, intentionally, and be consistent with working at manifesting our dreams and visions and our goals and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, or else, if we don't, then guess what? It's gonna be popping in one season of our lives because we putting in that work, we consistent, like my grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then when the winter come, like, that joint it just die again. You know what I'm saying? And then when spring come back around, now it's starting that process all over again, getting it back green, opposed to when it's green, let's maintain it. Let's continue to put in the work. Let's continue to be consistent. Let's continue to show up every single day. You know what I mean? That way, nothing changes. We don't have to start back over from scratch. You know what I mean? Like, because it takes more work. It takes more time to get back right. You feel me? So, like I said, when it comes down to like the whole goals and all that, like creating that future life, building that future life, like, it's gonna be times like it's not gonna seem like what you're doing is working. Man, trust me, I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. It seems like nothing is working. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you give up, nothing is definitely gonna work. So at least, you know, if you putting in work, you're trying, you being consistent, like, you working at it, you might switch some things up, you might try this, you might try that, but you still showing up for yourself. You still showing up for your future. You still showing up for your family. Like you trying. You're not giving up. Like something bound to happen for you. Something bound to change. Something bound to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just stay at it. Keep trying. Don't give up. And then once things start to change, keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. Like, just keep going. Be consistent. To make sure that your life, your grass stay green like my man in the neighborhood year round. You feel me? All right. I guess that's all I have, man. I love you guys. Hang in there. You got this. It's going to get better. All right? Much love. Peace. Oh, but it won't if you don't. So work on yourself in the process. All right? Much love. Peace.